doing today? I am Queen Lily, and we are discussing life under Donald Trump, part 42. Yes, we are already at part 42, life under Donald Trump. We have so much to cover. There's still a lot going on with California, the wildfires that's going on, and Donald Trump and the Republicans from California are at Mar-a-Lago celebrating. And what they're doing, they're sitting out there in Mar-a-Lago, um, figuring out what can they take away from us, American people, to enrich their pockets. So that's what's going on. When those Republican leaders should be in California right now, but they're not. So we have a lot to cover with Donald Trump and the things that he's been saying about government Newsom. And Newsom said, say it to my face. That's what he said. Say it to my face, Donnie. Stop running that mouth and say it to my face. Hi, I am Queen Lily. Thank you guys for coming to my live. Hit that like button as you come in. I want to say hello to the beautiful queens. Queen Vera, my moderator. Queen Teal, my moderator. Thank you for coming to my live. I love both of you guys. Thank you. Teal, thank you for being a member. You have been a member now for some months, and I appreciate it and I value you. It means a lot to me. I sent you a message. Did you get it, Teal? Let me know if you would like a copy of the new magazine, my winter 2025 issue. I can send you the digital copy. I sent it to Vera already. So yes, we're talking about Donald Trump, life under Trump, part 42. Yes, we are at 42. Lord have mercy. See how Donald Trump, when all his magas be over him, having me twisting up my words. I apologize for that. Hit that like button as you come in. Thank each and every last one of you. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Cinda Mani? Thank you, Queen. Thank you for coming to my live. We have a lot to talk about. Yes, we do. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Hit that like button. Also, let's be respectful to each other in the chat. It takes 0 seconds and stress to be kind. It takes a lot from you to be an ugly person inside. It does. And it causes wrinkles. Remember that. Drink plenty of water. We're going to go ahead and get started, everyone. Just a moment, please. I'm going to clean my screen and we're going to get started because, honey, Government Newsom said, say it to my face. And people out here lying on Karen Bass. They're lying on Government Newsom. They can only do what they can do. They have been granted the money and the funds through who? President Joe Biden. They have been granted the funds from President Joe Biden. So they're going to make it do what it do. We just have to be patient. And what all they can do, they have no control of your rentals insurance. They have no control of your homeowner's insurance. They're going to do the best they can do for their constituents in their state. So be patient. But I can understand the people that live there, they probably don't have any patience. I can imagine I would be like, what am I to do? Everything is gone. I understand them completely. They have every right to be upset. But pointing the finger at the wrong person does not help. And again, we must pray for California. We can't just think about ourselves and say, well, they're mainly Democrats. We're not going to pray for them. That's not of God. Any of these evangelicals in my chat that's for Donald Trump, you still have to pray for other people because that's God light. And God has to live inside of you, okay? One moment, please.
Not even going to lie. There's a lot of things I want to say, but I told myself I was going to behave, so I'm going to behave. I'm not going to act out of emotion. Makes no sense. I do want you to remember, though, okay? If someone you know ends up getting deported, remember who you voted for. If a woman you care about can't get the medical attention she so desperately needs, remember who you voted for. If your child or someone you know's child loses their free lunch, again, remember who you voted for. If someone you know or even yourself can't get married because of your sexual preference, remember who you voted for. If your children's schools or the schools in your area fall to pieces because there's no Department of Education, again, remember who you voted for. I could do this all day long, but at some point, you're going to have to remember who you voted for, and you're going to have to stand on those consequences. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Take care of yourself. I love y'all. Not even going to lie.
Now that's important. What did he say? The biggest thing right now, what we need is love. This young man said, I love y'all. And I can call him young man, even though he has more gray hair than me. I just may be older than him, but that's how life rolls. But love. The people of California need our love. Help in any way that you can. Okay. Being a U.S. citizen, what benefits does it actually have? I love being a U.S. citizen. I love being here in America. But seriously, what actual benefits does it have?
The U.S. always say to me, you live in Mexico, but you sure enjoy the benefits of being a U.S. citizen. And I genuinely ask myself, what benefits? USA doesn't have free healthcare. USA doesn't have free college. USA doesn't have paternity or maternity leave. USA doesn't have universal pension. USA is one of the only 3 countries in the entire world that taxes you on your worldwide income. What benefits? If I want to go to school here in Mexico, I can go for free because I'm a Mexican citizen. I will never go to a U.S. doctor. Every time I go to the doctor, I go here in Mexico and it's always free, and I'm grateful. I don't have a U.S. retirement account. I live in Mexico. I work in Mexico. I make Mexican money. I'm fine. So please tell me, what benefits do you have as U.S. citizens? Because I see all you guys living paycheck to paycheck and complaining about prices nonstop. I thought you guys were rich. What's going on? And before you guys say, oh, well, why don't you go renounce your U.S. citizenship? Guys, it costs $2,500 to renounce your citizenship, to even get the process started. And even then, they might deny it. The USA is trying to tax you even if you want to leave, bro. But there you have it, guys. Another benefit of being a dual citizen. In reality, guys, what benefits does being a U.S. citizen give you? But anyways, let me know what you guys think. People in the U.S. always say,
what do you think? He has dual citizenship. That is amazing. That's a plus. What do you think, y'all? It's a lot to think about. And I'm going to be honest, since Donald Trump has been voted back in, a lot of people are moving out of the country. White, Black, Hispanic, Asian, etc., have already started moving out of this country. Even some of the biggest stars are leaving this country.
Video of agents arresting an American citizen, a business owner, who says the agents slashed his tires before they handcuffed him. Our Cecilia Trevino has been on the story all week.
This video, recorded by Ernesto Campos, a United States citizen, shows federal agents detaining him after slashing his tires.
I don't know why he popped my tires. He already have my reason. He already have my license. Yeah, but you did something that they... No, the front was off. The window was open like that. I'm not sure I didn't see that. Okay.
He's lived in Bakersfield for over 20 years and owns a landscaping business with 4 employees.
Íbamos manejando hacia un trabajo.
He was driving to work when an unmarked car turned its patrol lights on. He stopped, turned off his car, and gave agents his driver license. But when he wouldn't give them his car keys, they slashed his tires. Campos tells his co-worker, Isaías Alejandro, to roll down the window a little, which he does.
Okay, I'm going to have to break your window. Do you understand? It's your fault. You're going to have to break the window if you do not open it.
The agent then demands the door be opened and the passenger, Alejandro, to step out of the car to be detained.
Process and immigration. You have a lawyer and abogado. Yeah, lawyer. That's good.
The agent collects Alejandro's belongings.
You stand by. I gotta run your ID. Yeah, right. You cannot take off. I'm not taking on, man.
Campos complains to the agent about slashing his tires.
You don't have my license. Well, I'm gonna take off. I'm not gonna argue with you, boss. So you did what you did. I did what I did. That's all it is.
Then Campos was detained.
You're under arrest right now. for alien smuggling. Actual federal felony. Hey, I'm going to tell you, if you resist, we will have a fight. Is that what you want?
Campos tries to explain Alejandro has an ongoing immigration case.
The guy... I already let you talk. You already admitted to me. You're transporting someone that's illegal. But the guy have a case.
Campos was detained for 4 hours and then released when his citizenship was confirmed. He says he's still coping with the situation and only half of his employees showed up to work after the raids.
We have video of agents arresting an American citizen, a business owner.
Alejandro, I'm going to tell you who you need to thank for this. Who's been voted into office and will be inaugurated on January the 20th. You have to thank the MAGA Republicans and Donald J. Trump. And I pray to God, Alejandro, that you did not vote for that monster, Donald Trump. Because if you did, should we feel sorry for you? I pray for you and I pray for the other man. But you got to be careful when you vote for someone that doesn't like your people. I could never vote for anyone that does not like my race. I could never, ever. So Alejandro, make sure your people don't vote in the wrong person next time. Be safe out there, y'all. Government nuisance. Mexico coming to help California.
We always had with the U.S., with California, with your communities, and with our Mexican community, the U.S. God bless. We're very grateful.
Government nuisance stands with Mexico. Okay, MAGA. It was one person in my chat that were a part of MAGA that actually told me yesterday that he was helping in California. Like I went over yesterday, Mexicans sent by President Claudia Sheinbaum helping the American people. MAGA, get to California right now. Show us you're a true patriot, because that's all you talk about, being a true patriot for the American people. But we know the truth is only for MAGA, the people of MAGA.
How MAGA didn't call for Ted Cruz to resign when he quite literally fled and went to Cancun when his state was freezing. They didn't call for Matt Gaetz or any other Republican politicians in the South that voted against added FEMA funding right before the hurricanes to resign. I mean, who are we surprised they didn't even ask Matt Gaetz to resign when they saw that he was a sex trafficker, so. And they just voted in a rapist felon, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But it's funny how those same people are now saying that Gavin Newsom should resign and that he ruined California, coming from a red state. The red states are run so poorly. The blue states quite literally subsidize the red states. The red states have higher poverty. People make less money there. They have higher violent crime rates, higher gun mortality rates. They have the worst education systems, way more mass shootings. You can go to school getting a terrible education and at the same time get unalived from an AR-15. And they have the worst healthcare systems. People literally die younger in the South. Look it up, I dare you. And these same people have the nerve to say that Newsom should resign and that California is ruined. California could be its own country. In fact, if it was its own country, it would have the 5th highest GDP. And yet the MAGA people that live in red states, getting unalived from AR-15s, getting terrible education, dying younger, have stuff to say about California. And then we have like washed up celebrities like Brody Jenner calling for Newsom to resign. Brody, move to Alabama. Literally go to Alabama, go to Texas. Then you can have Ted Cruz flee when your state's freezing. Go move to Texas. Just make sure you get bulletproof backpacks for the kids, okay? Don't take them to school at Uvalde.
That beautiful queen, she told the truth. Y'all had no problem when Ted Cruz, the man that wants to be a white man, don't honor to who he really is. He cosplay being a white man. When he took his family to Cancun, y'all had no problem with it. He's the governor of Texas. But Karen Bass went to Ghana for work. Y'all bash her and try to tear that Black woman apart. So what's good for the goose got to be good for the gander. Why not be nice to Karen?
Big news right now, nearly every single California Republican member of Congress fled California and met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago about tax-related issues, while LA County is literally burning. So according to Midas Touch, who just broke the story, every single Republican California member of Congress, member of the House of Representatives, except David Valadao, who voted to impeach Donald Trump, was at Mar-a-Lago last night. This is an image published from Mar-a-Lago last night, and it shows the New York delegation, the California delegation, and the New Jersey delegation meeting with Donald Trump. Now, this meeting concerned the SALT deduction, but the entire California delegation was there. At the same time, LA County is literally burning. And a lot of folks are now wondering, why are members of Congress from California not in California or not working to help California? Why are they in Mar-a-Lago talking about completely different things? I mean, they could be using their platforms to assist those affected. They could be working to coordinate aid, offering a presence on the ground. I mean, they could be doing a whole host of things, but they were at Mar-a-Lago. And yet not enough people are talking about this. Comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along on here and on my other social platforms with the link in my bio.
That's something I mentioned early on in my live. Why are y'all not in California helping? A part of your job is to be a good Samaritan. But when people are rich, they don't give a about us, the American people, the middle class and the poor. They care nothing about you. So the people in California, don't look forward to those Republican MAGA people to do anything for you. Especially those senators and above. They're not going to do anything for you. They're fattening their pockets. They sitting at Mar-a-Lago with the greediest man alive, Donald Trump. That's why greed has him with 34 felonies. Greed would destroy you. It's going to be a terrible year for 2025 for Donald Trump because he has a plan to destroy the American people, but God has a plan for him. And it is time to pay up to Satan.
Wildfires are bad. They're on the watch of Democrats. Democrats should be to blame. Is that fair?
I would like to ask you and any other media individuals that may be listening, do everything that you can to get attention on Altadena. That whole area has just about been flattened, and we have working class people do not have a lot of resources. We all should have heavy hearts right now, but we should have faith, and we should be on point for making sure that we do everything to help the people that need us. Damn it, you can do the politics later. You can come and talk about Gavin Newsom later. You can talk about the Democrats later. I don't care who you talk about, but don't use up this precious time to do petty politics. Use the time to educate and to share information and to let people know where they can get some food, where they can get a place to stay, where they can get some clothing, on and on and on. That's where I am. I don't know where you are.
I'm right with you, Representative, and that's why I wanted you to come on the show. And I wish I had more numbers and resources to share.
The people of Aldina are who? Black and brown people. And because they are Black and brown people, they're not actually getting the help that they need. And that's not right. We're all people and we're all God's children. So why should the black and brown suffer because you look down on them? You look at them as being less. Like she said, don't get up here talking about something that's not going to help the people out in California. No, they need places to live. They need food, clothing. That's what it's about, helping, humanitarian work, the work that God wants us to do. But I must say, I'm going to play you something. We're not taking serious black and brown people.
Suspect stops him, melanin man, sweatshirt, sweatpants, both hands in pocket. Officer approach, pistol holster, unlocks it, extracts weapon. He's anxious to cock it. He initiates dispute, looking for reason to shoot. Melanin man makes threatening gesture. It's just what officer need to proceed with premeditated self-defense murder. Weapons raised, black hands raised, pale fist grips pistol grip, trigger finger fondles trigger until clip vomits round through round black barrel. Weapon yells pop, black boy yells stop. Time. Take heed to his request, and his deadly round is suspended in midair, sitting just centimeters away from his chest, and his black boy begins to talk to it. I understand it. You don't know any better than that you're just doing your job, but you have been dispatched to detach me from my family. To decrease my population by one and increase my shooter's popularity by millions. And, I'm not placing blame. I understand that you have no name. Just understand that I do. I'm Darnell. I'm Deshaun. I'm Willie. I'm Kendall. I'm Terrell. I'm any male with the last name Johnson or Jackson. Let's just be frank. I'm nigger. I'm boy. I'm endangered species. I'm illegal in 50 states. I've been subscribed to by 2 children and a wife, and you're about to cancel their subscription. IDs.
The black and brown matter too, okay?
Did you see that immigration raids were done in Kern County in California, basically against anyone who looked Latino? Listen.
Border Patrol activities is being reported all over Kern County, from Maricopa to the downtown Gap bus station, even door to door and on freeways. But this Chevron, all 7 standard, and Merle Haggard saw arrests firsthand. We usually get our normal people in here, coming in. They buy their food, they go to work, and they were field workers. And as soon as they paid their food and everything, they went outside. And as soon as they went outside, they grabbed them. They started taking their belongings. They were all laughing while their food was getting thrown away. They, as a Border Patrol agents, employee Candy Garcia tells 17 News, Garcia says the agents, many undercover, parked right outside and took away 2 vanfuls of people. She says they'll likely be back because they were here doing that yesterday at McDonald's.
99% they are farmer workers. They are my regular customer, my regular bread and butter. Happened today. It is the first time I eat it. I'm a permanent legal person. And I'm scared too.
If they looked Hispanic or like they worked in the fields or, they looked a little dirty, they would ask for their people.
These raids were also done in fields, outside of Home Depot, and while people were just driving. Like this woman's husband who was taken in. She did a live where she talked about her husband still being in there and that she's hoping he gets out, but they don't know what's going to happen. This is happening to people who are working, who are just trying to provide for their family. This was never about going after criminals. This is just about racial profiling and going after anybody who fits a description. And the description, like the woman said, is about looking Latino, looking like someone who works on a farm. And if you think you're safe from this, again, you are wrong. If you do not look white or not white, you're not safe from this. And according to sources, this kind of raids are supposed to continue for another week. So please keep sharing the information. Try to keep the community as safe as possible, because for the next 4 years, it's going to come down to communities and how we help protect each other. Did you see that immigration raids were done in...
Again, who wants to take down the brown people more than anybody? Donald Trump and MAGA. This is going on now in LA. And I'm quite sure it's happening everywhere. And he is not even in office yet. He is set to destroy people and their families. But God forbid someone does something to his family. White people, why are y'all like that? Y'all can harm others. But God forbid someone do unto you what you have done unto them. Love goes further than your hate. Hit that like button. I'm going to read some of your comments, then we're going to continue. because we can be. I don't know what you mean by that. Battleborn. Moose Jones says she is obviously uneducated. Baby, you are out of your mind, honey. I'm educated. Yes, God. If you MAGA, you definitely uneducated. And I just hit a nerve, and you can't take it. But you love coming here looking at this brown face. A black woman at that. Robert Wick says, no, you're not. Oh, I'm not what? I'm not your mama, but you keep coming out here want to suck on my nipple. I don't nurse dummies. My daughter graduated from one of the best schools in Georgia. I don't breastfeed a dummy. Huh. Breastfeed make you smart. Apparently your mother didn't. Fatty K, no, nothing. I don't know what you mean. And the chat is moving fast. White Knight. I'm not gonna say that, but hey, Vera, what my moderators, take White Knight Assassin up out of here. Take him out of here. Nobody come up in my chat with that name. That lets me know you are abusive like your savior, Donald Trump. And abuse comes in different forms. Warren said, God bless you. Thank you. I don't know if you're trying to be sassy with me or what, but Warren, thank you very much. Okay. God bless you too. Hold on. Joseph Carter said, I see you on here a lot live. Are you in Arizona? I wouldn't tell anybody where I am, but God bless you, okay? God bless you. John says, Trump, you have a right to like who you like. Art Adrian says, Trump, the great white hope. Well, let's see what a great white hope help you when you can't buy food. Charles Williams says, Trump MAGA 2024. Optimus Frank, I'm subscribing. If you do, thank you. King Jeremiah says, go Trump. You have a right to that opinion of who you like. Okay. It's moving fast. Daisy Freedom Fighter, the salt must flow. Ben Traumatic, we should have never given the government over to billionaires. You're right. But MAGA, even the ones that lied and said they was going to have our back, they wanted that because it's about white power. And when you vote for white power, you're voting to put billionaires in office that do not care about you and your needs. They are not beneficial to you. Let's get back to the program. I love this old lady.
Trump, and I said something about Donald Trump. You know what the lady told me? He's the best president of the United States. I says, well, let me tell you something. He fucks everybody. He shits his pants. He robs us. He owes all kinds of taxes. My poor son won $5,000 and they're taking money out of his check. But he can sit right there. Everybody that worked for him is in jail. Where's Trump sitting? In his shitty Pampers. And now you want him as president of the United States again. And be a dictator, which he wants to be a dictator. He's a dick, all right, for Donald Trump. And I said something about Donald Trump. You know what the lady told me? He's the best president of the United States. I says, well, let me tell you something. He fucks everybody. He shits his pants. He robs us.
She ain't lying. Oh, Dunny Boy wears it depends, everybody. Dunny Boy wears it depends. Do y'all not recall when he was over in France and all those people was laughing at him? We all know why they was laughing at him. At Jimmy Carter's funeral, everybody made fun of him, laughing at him. He doesn't fit in with them because he's a loser. And they all laughed at Dunny Boy because they could smell him. And they had to sit close to him. President Barack Obama, all he could do was laugh. Kamala laughed. George W. Bush laughed. Jr. laughed. Bill Clinton and Hillary laughed because he smells so bad. Melania, she is sick of him. She is so sick of that man, she didn't even fix up to go to the funeral. She looked a mess. Either she didn't have her tracks in her hair or she didn't have on her wig piece or something. She looked a mess and her hair looked stringy and oily. And Dunny Boy would not stop talking to President Barack Obama. He did not want him talking to him. And what does Dunny Boy do? Keep talking and smelling. Everybody was upset with him because he was smelling so bad at the great Jimmy Carter's funeral. How you gonna go to a funeral smelling bad, Donnie boy? No. The body ain't even started smelling from President Jimmy Carter. But you sitting there alive and funky? No, not good.
Immigration officials are racially profiling anyone who looks Latino. Because listen to this video, this guy talking about his brother-in-law who got taken in, who does not have a criminal record and has his papers.
You can see they took some of his papers. My brother-in-law got pulled over by Border Patrol. And they took him in. I picked up his truck. The story is that they pulled him over and they asked him for his papers and stuff like that and ID, whatever. He gave it to him. He had a driver's license. He gave it to him. And the funny thing is, he actually has papers. He's married to my sister for over 25 years. And he has papers. But
hit that like button, everyone.
He has no criminal record at all. Or background, nothing. He's clean. But they took him and they flat his tires. They flat his fucking tires on purpose.
Somebody else posted a video of that truck with the tires actually flattened. Like I kept telling people, this is not about going after criminals or anybody who does not have papers. This is about going after Latinos and putting them in detention centers. This is also about private detention centers making money off people being put in there two ways. One, they get money from the government by having people in those detention centers, and also making those people have to work while they're in there. This is scary. They're violating people's rights. They're racially profiling. But at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want because it's up to the person who's been taken in to fight it, get a lawyer, have to prove they don't belong in there, time, money, resources that sometimes people just don't have. And again, to anyone who thinks, well, I'm a citizen, I'm safe, they're racially profiling everyone. They're figuring out ways to go after people with papers, no criminal records, and they're even looking for ways to denaturalize people with this new administration coming in. All we can do now is try and protect each other as a community, keep sharing resources, and try and keep each other safe.
The people that are only protected are the white race. The people who are only protected are the white race. And the white race should be praying for everybody too, because this thing can trickle down, and it'll start with the white women and your children. It can trickle down. E.L. Maz Bascato says, keep fighting. Thank you. It can trickle down. And the reason why I'm coming so hard with this, because I want everybody to understand, it is about race. But when it stops being where they can't do anything other more to the black and brown, and they pretty much have destroyed them, they coming for you white women and children. They already have started taking away your precious schools in Texas. White citizens in Texas, you know I'm right, because you're mad right now. The white women in Texas, you know I'm right, because you're mad right now. I am right. Tito says, definitely don't got a man. You don't know my life. You know nothing about me. All you know, you come in and look at this pretty woman every day, and then you store the vision of me in your mind. So when you get with your woman, you can think of me. But she would never be me and could never be as pretty as me. Thank you, Princess, for putting that in my chat. Get rid of Princess, because Princess put in my chat, Nigger. You know what, Princess? I'm a pretty ninja, honey. Yes, my parents both dark chocolate and birthed a beautiful black woman. So if you want to call me ninja, well, go ahead then, honey, because your pappy ain't hitting on SHIT, because when your mama was pregnant with you, he wanted to unalive you before you could come out the belly. He didn't want you, but you're here. So thank God you get to sit in front of your screen and watch my natural black beauty. Must we continue with the show? I'm going to take a sip of water and we will continue. Hit that like button, please. Also, if you want to become a member, I have 2 levels. I have the Rubies level and I have the Diamonds level. The Rubies level is $4.99. And the diamonds level is $9.99. Come on right now and you will receive a free digital copy of Queen Magazine, the Winter 2025 issue. Yes, Queen Magazine. So if you want to become a member now and take advantage of that. If you'd like to send me super stickers and super chats, bless me today. Thank you. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to clean my screen, okay? And a lot of these people in here with black names and Hispanic names, they're not black or Hispanic. A lot of whites are taking people's photos and using Hispanic names and claiming they're black or Hispanic just so they can try to torture me and not get found out they are white. MAGA, I know who you are, baby. You ain't fooling me. No, no, no. Look at this foolishness. Look at this foolishness. No flavor, no seasoning, raw chicken with no seasoning. No seasoning whatsoever. Just a raw chicken thrown in the pan and never been seasoned. Look at them. A mess. A hot mess. Again, a raw chicken that's been thrown in the pan and have not been seasoned. All they know is salt and pepper. They pepper didn't teach them much.
The USA is busy conducting ICE raids in California and deporting its own workforce. Mexico is busy sending its own firefighters to help fight the fires in California. The USA is too busy sending aid to other countries like Ukraine and Israel that Mexico had to step in and send aid to the US. But of course, you'll never hear this on CNN or Fox News or MSNBC. Can you imagine the headline? Mexicans come in and save European Americans from disaster.
Excuse me, y'all. My allergies.
It just goes to show you how we are as Mexicans as a people. We just want to help whenever and wherever we can, even help a country that doesn't like us and loves to minimize us. The USA doesn't like Mexicans, but they sure love taking in aid for Mexico. But like I said, the news, the mainstream media, they will never tell you this. And once again, I am proud to say that I am Mexican. I am proud to see my country helping out when and where it can. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. While the USA is busy conducting ICE raids,
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, Mexico is over here helping the American people. MAGA is in my chat trying to bully me and harass me when they should be in California helping out. All these men in my chat coming from my neck that doesn't have wrinkles, and I'm 51 and your wife 21 with lines and wrinkles. Check that. Oh, JD Vance, honey. You know the inauguration is on the 20th in just a couple days. But what does JD Vance have in store for Donald Trump? Oh, he's going to a game. He's not even going to attend the inauguration. Okay. Already making excuses for not being invited. Hopefully everyone is cool with me skipping the inauguration so I can go to the national title game. The great VP Kamala Harris would never. She is presidential, so she showed up for the inauguration for the great President Joe Biden. JD Vance will not be there because Elon Musk would be in his seat. What a shame and a scandal.
Why is Donald Trump talking about invading, buying Greenland, the Panama Canal? It's because he's trying to distract you, right? This is all a game. The basic bottom line agenda for Donald Trump and Republicans in Congress is simple. They want to pass a massive tax cut for billionaires and corporations, all of Donald Trump's friends at Mar-a-Lago. And they want to pay for it by cutting benefits for seniors on Medicare and poor children and families on Medicaid. That's the bill they want to push through in the first 60 days of the new Congress. Donald Trump doesn't want you to know that. Republicans don't want you to pay attention to the theft that is going to occur early in this year. Another massive tax break to pad the pockets of the wealthiest people in the country, financed by devastating cuts to seniors and to poor children. And so this week, it's Greenland and the Panama Canal. Who knows what it will be next week? But it is all an effort to distract you from the basic foundational agenda of Donald Trump, stealing from the middle class and the poor to pad the pockets of the wealthy and his corporate friends. So why is Donald Trump talking about?
And that's why they're meeting at Mar-a-Lago. The Republicans from California is at Mar-a-Lago because they plan on taking from you. Even the ones your homes have been burnt down, they're going to take from you. And they don't care at all who they hurt, because they've been that way all them lives. This goes way, way, way back into the ancestry. This is nothing new. Palmet been that way. Look at this dummy.
Assure you, you're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this: we need them for economic security. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world. I'm talking about protecting the free world. And if Denmark wants to get to a conclusion, but nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. Can't assure you, you're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure
This
you.
man right here, it could be dementia sitting in. Could it be schizophrenia? We don't know. But something is seriously wrong. The world is laughing at America right now, thanks to him. They're laughing at America right now. And it's not cool. It's not good. America is a laughing stock because of Donald J. Trump. Till says, Dan, when was America great? When women and black people had no rights? Racist remark. Yes, it is. White people want things to go back to when we had nothing. They are mad that we went and got education and have more than them. Black women are the most educated in this country. It is a fact. And y'all hate us for it. We don't have the privilege of not having an education. Y'all can get a job of certain standards without education. We get our education so we can get those jobs. And once we get those jobs, you label us DEI. When we have higher qualifications than you, damn it, that's not DEI. That's God bless us to have a great education, because y'all only job and the only thing you want to do is bring down black and brown people. South Africa come to help us. This is South Africa. Come to help the American people. They're black and you hate them. They're over there fighting right now in California, fighting the wildfires. Mexico, fighting the wildfires. And y'all want to get rid of them too. But your savior, Donald Trump, wants to try to take Mexico. Well, Mexicans is over in California, which is originally theirs. Yes, the state of California originally belonged to Mexico. They are over there helping the American people in California. Just a moment, please. When you get to preaching too much and telling the truth, what does MAGA do? They run. I dare you talk about my savior, Donald Trump. Well, I do. And I'm stating facts. One moment, please. Hit that like button, please. Also, if you want to to give a donation, send me a super chat or a super sticker. It is welcome, and I am grateful to have you in my chat.
Donald Trump has now gone radio silent after
subscribe to
California
Midas
Governor
Touch
Gavin
Network.
Newsom
Midas
sent Donald
Touch
Trump
Network.
a letter saying to Donald Trump, if you intend to spread lies about California and about our handling of these catastrophic fires as we're trying to deal with a crisis and get the resources in place where they need to be as we're managing this crisis, come to California, Donald, and say it to my face. You want to do it public? Why don't you come here? Why don't you stop being an internet troll and encouraging all these other internet trolls to spread lies and disinformation on Elon Musk's social media platform and your social media platform and trying to politicize a catastrophe when we're trying to help the people? Say it to my face, Donald. And Donald, who's very weak, has now gone radio silent. But we do see some photographs of Donald Trump that have been surfacing. A MAGA Republican Congress member by the name of Vince Fong, he's the individual who replaced Kevin McCarthy in Congress after McCarthy was kicked out by other MAGA Republicans. This is in the kind of Bakersfield, Central Valley area. I just want to get this straight. So you have California Republicans, Donald Trump, and all these other MAGAs who are spreading the lies about our fires here in California, where I had to evacuate. Fortunately, I still have my house, but I know countless people who have lost their homes and everything in their life. And let me show you where they are. They're right there in Mar-a-Lago. You see them all there, thumbs up, 3,000 plus miles away, spreading lies about the fires, just complete utter lies. And that's what they're doing. That's what California Republicans are doing. That's what Donald Trump's doing. Don't you think this needs a little bit more attention? Why are we like the only place, the Midas Touch Network, that's covering that? That's where the California Republicans and Donald Trump are, in Mar-a-Lago, while they're spreading these lies. Here's what Governor Newsom said. Governor Newsom says, I invite you, come to California. The hundreds of thousands of Americans displaced from their homes and fearful for the future deserve to see us all working together in their best interest, not politicizing a human tragedy and spreading disinformation from the sidelines, right? You had Donald Trump making this post right away. At the very beginning of the fire, Donald Trump starts lying, boom, politicizes it right away, use it as a wedge to attack Democrats. There was once a time when we as Americans would all come together and unite during tragedies, not with MAGA, not with Trump. Donald Trump made this post and he said, oh, Gavin Newsom cared more about protecting the smelt fish than helping Californians. And Newsom, who Donald Trump refers to like a third grade wannabe bully, no offense to third grade wannabe bullies, as new scum. He goes, new scum refused to sign the water restoration declarations. That's simply, there's no such thing. All of this is an utter and total lie. And then they spread lies and saying, oh, Gavin Newsom cut the fire budget. Gavin Newsom increased the Cal Fire budget by significant amounts. But then Donald Trump, relentless, post after post after post. You had Elon Musk making post after post, spreading lies, and then spreading lies and saying, oh, well, the reason that there's going to be lots of looting is because Gavin Newsom has decriminalized looting, which is utterly false, to which Gavin Newsom responded, stop encouraging looting by lying and telling people it's decriminalized. It's not. It's illegal as it has always been. Bad actors will be arrested and prosecuted. One of the things that I said too is the disinformation is being pushed so massively on Elon Musk's platform by his algorithm that Governor Newsom has to respond to like accounts called Hustle Bitch that get like 5 million views or 7 million views, spreading the most heinous lies about the fire. And you have to like react and kind of knock them out like whack-a-mole, if you will. But Governor Newsom's been, very, very, very relentless in trying to knock down all the disinformation. You may have seen this. He was on the Pod Saves America a show or a podcast, and I want to show it to you. I think it deserves a little bit more attention than it's been getting. Let me share with you though some of the key points though about what Gavin Newsom said. And mind you, this is what Gavin Newsom was saying while Donald Trump, radio silent in Mar-a-Lago, golfing, California Republicans in Mar-a-Lago, in Florida, doing the thumbs up pose. It's utterly ridiculous. But I want to show you, in my opinion, what a real leader looks like. Here's Governor Newsom saying, here are the facts. And by the way, Donald, you want to come and have a discussion of the facts versus talking about smelt or this? Come to California and say it to my face. Here, watch this.
Let's just look at the facts. Just in the last few years I've been governor, we've close to doubled the investments in CAL FIRE, the state firefighting force, close to double the number of personnel. We've increased the size of our aerial fleet by 16 new helicopters. We were finally able to get from the Pentagon 7 C-130s. We got the first one up there. You saw it up there in the CAL FIRE flag on this fire. We had pre-positioned Saturday, our state office of emergency service. We all got together before this event, days before the event, and we agreed to pre-position in 6 counties here in Southern California, hundreds and hundreds of assets. Let me be specific about that. On Sunday, we had 110 engines, hundreds of personnel, specialty crews, dozers, water tenders, helicopters. We pre-positioned them strategically in multiple counties. And because we had pre-positioned them, they were first on the scene. Many of these people supplementing the resources of this local fire department, dealing with overwhelming winds in this overwhelming fire that I happened to be present at within its first few hours and saw firsthand the hurricane winds and the embers going as far as 2 miles. That was overwhelming for the thousands of people that were down there fighting them concurrent, not just here in the Palisades, with the fire out there at Eaton and some other fires, 5 current active fires as we're dealing with today, 12,000 personnel currently working, 175 engines that have come from 5 different states. We have people from around the world offering resources, notably from Canada and Mexico, and we're putting everything we have at it.
And you can see why, after listening to Governor Gavin Newsom there, Donald Trump would get trounced in a debate by Governor Newsom. Could you imagine those two standing side by side? Let's be clear. Donald Trump is jealous of Governor Newsom. Newsom has
he
all
definitely
the things
is
that Donald
jealous.
Trump actually wants to be. And if you put them next to each other and duke this out in public, Trump would look like an utter idiot. Now, just think, but he looks like an idiot now. I mean, who behaves like this, like an internet troll? Here's another clip. And again, I'm trying to get this pod saves thing a little bit more attention than it's getting. Let me show you this right here. This is where Governor Newsom is talking about the Trump's ridiculous lies about smelt and how Trump's spreading these lies while the fire is raging. Here, let's play this clip.
What the president-elect was saying about state.
Donald Trump worried about smelt when he smelled. How you gonna worry about smelt when you smell? They would rather be bothered with the smelt than your smell, Donnie. We're going to listen to President Claudia Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, right quick, okay, before we get up out of here. One moment, please. Just a moment, a commercial.
12-month GLP-1 program with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy for one payment upfront, 12 months of weight loss.
Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum continues to outmaneuver Donald Trump. I had played earlier in the week a video where she showed a map from 1607 where the United States was actually labeled Mexico America. And she said, all right, Donald, you want to talk about real territorial boundaries? You want to try to troll us? Well, perhaps the United States should be renamed Mexico. Now, one of the things that President Claudia Sheinbaum also did this past week is she showed the people of her country a video of the people in the United States who are addicted to fentanyl, the people here whose lives have been ravaged by fentanyl. The point President Sheinbaum was powerfully making is that, Donald, you can go and attack Mexico for all of these things, but 99% of the consumption of these synthetic drugs, it's taking place in the United States. The consumer of these drugs are in the United States, and the country that's largely responsible for distributing fentanyl, well, that's in Asia, right? That's China and other countries, not Mexico. So you've got your facts wrong. And she played this video in the context of a public service announcement to Mexico and to Mexicans, saying, you got to be careful here. We don't want to be like the United States. Look at all of their problems. We need to make sure we don't fall victim to what's going on there. So, as you notice what's happening here? So as Donald Trump is trying to denigrate Mexico and act like Mexico's a horrible place. Look, by the way, my wife's Mexican, her family's from Mexico, from Guadalajara. When I visit, it's beautiful. The people are incredible. It's beautiful there. President Sheinbaum's appealing to Mexico's pride in their country and saying, okay, we too, you want to go after us? We're going to go after you. Watch this. I think it's brilliant. I want to know your thoughts. Let's play it.
I'm seeing horrific and terrible scenes from various cities in the United States that are currently facing a serious crisis due to a drug called fentanyl. It has this characteristic of relieving pain, but it's very, very addictive. This fentanyl crisis is happening in some cities in the United States and in other places.
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network.
We are doing a new edition of the campaign that President López Obrador launched to inform about what this drug is. It sometimes comes by itself and is sold this way, or sometimes it comes mixed with other drugs. Clearly, all young people or anyone should stay away from drugs, but particularly about this powerful drug, fentanyl, which causes enormous addiction and ultimately kills neurons. There are many deaths in the United States due to overdoses. So we all have to take care of the moms, to the parents, to be close to their children, and to everyone, especially teenagers. Don't get close to drugs. It's a false escape. In reality, if you have problems, you should reach out to your family, to friends, to true friends, or they can call the government of Mexico's lifeline. Fentanyl ultimately kills. And I know that together all Mexicans will take care of each other.
That was powerful. That was powerful, what she said. Fentanyl is a problem here in the U.S. A lot of it is said to come from China, but we know it is made by a lot of Caucasian men in this country. In this country. But y'all claim you got fear of Mexicans, Hondurans, Venezuelans, African Americans, any black and brown person. Y'all claim to be so afraid. Well, you're making that fentanyl. We should be afraid of you. We should be afraid of you because your people going into churches unaliving my people. Your people going into schools unaliving black and brown, white, whoever. So who should be afraid of who? My ancestors were enslaved and beaten and raped by your people. So who should be afraid of who? It's a mess. A mess. Tyler Crippen says, great, last time he'll ever be eligible. If he makes it to the end of it, I don't believe he will make it to the end of it. I don't even think he'll make it through inauguration. God bless the child that has his own. I want to thank each and every last one of you all for coming to my live. You are valued, you are appreciated. Thank each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. Stay vigilant. Stay aware of your surroundings. And if you in California right now, ISIS is out and about trying to take down the brown people and even torturing Black people too. Be careful. Everybody pray for California. I love you guys. God bless. Goodbye.